And hello, movie fans, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my top 10 most big announcements of 2026. That's right. First of all, Happy New Year to everybody. So these are the big announcements I think that's going to be being dropping in the world of entertainment. I like to, all the biggest shockers that are going to happen in 2026 regarding movies and entertainment and all that. So I figure I'd come on here and talk about my most 10 list of it because I have 10 of them. And, you never know. Any one of these could be announced. We just really don't know. So I'm going to start with number 10. At number 10, I have Star Wars in the conversation. Now I know right now Star Wars is not it's in a healthy spot, but we got the Mandalorian Grogu coming out, Starfire is coming out, I believe the year after. So, Star Wars could be getting its engines back on running. So hopefully. So I think in 2026 they're going to announce officially Star Wars episodes 10, 11, and 12. Now, apparently one of those projects we were supposed to be getting was the Daisy Ridley Ray movie. I always thought they were going to turn that into episode 10 and 11 and 12. But hey, I still think they're going to eventually announce it. Would it be this year? Who knows? So that's number 10. Hopefully. We'll see. At number 9, and I think this one has a pretty good chance. We're all waiting. DC's kind of in a good spot right now, but we're all really waiting for the one piece of information. We're all just getting the feel of smelling that good steak, if you will, for it. And that's the announcement of who the heck is playing Batman in the DC universe. And I think they're going to announce it this year. Rather, there's going to be in a tweet at Comic-Con of this year, whatever. And now I know, granted, there's supposedly rumors right now that's going to start filming in 2027 for the Batman. Now, this is for the DC universe, not the Robert Pattinson one. This is the DC universe. So whoever's going to be playing Batman, they're going to announce it. And a lot of us are either going to love it or hate it. So I think they're going to announce Batman this year. Whoever it is. Personally, I actually think they already know who Batman is, but they haven't told us normies yet. So there you go. At number 8, I have another entertainment kind of a thing, but this is kind of in the world of video games, and I believe that is going to be Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the biggest video game in the history of video games. I know, but Jonathan, you've been saying it's been postponed here and there and left and right, pushed back. Yeah, I get it. I first of all, I don't even know if it's still coming out this year, but for the sake of humanity and our minds, let's just say it's coming out this year, whatever, November, December, whatever. I think it's gonna crash the video game universe, and it's gonna be the biggest freaking video game in the history of video games. All of us are gonna be glued to this thing. Okay, as much as we're all anticipating for Doomsday to come out, we're waiting for this game to come out. So yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the biggest video game in the history of video games, and that's what I'm going with. At number 7, I have DC having a great year this year. DC's came back last year in 2025. With Creature Commandos. James Gunn was the new president of DC, co-president, excuse me, with Peter Safran. And, they gave us Creature Commandos. That was a lot of fun. Great new projects announced. We were getting Superman, but a lot of us were not really sure how that was going to be. Some of us are still kind of Snyder fans, so that's fine, whatever. But Superman came out, and it was a huge hit. Not super huge, but it still made a lot of money. So that's a good thing. Critics liked it. Fans liked it. So we were on a good track. And I think it's going to continue going this year in 2026. We have 3 projects in DC, 2 of them are theatrical films and 1 a television show. Oh, Peacemaker came out last year. That was a huge hit as well. So, yeah, there's that. So, we have Lanterns coming out, which could be awesome. So, we're all been waiting for the freaking Green Lanterns to show up in live action for DC and forever. I'm finally getting my boy John Stewart in this universe. So, yeah. And then, of course, we got Supergirl coming out. That trailer was so clean. I'm so excited to see that. We're getting a live-action Lobo. Very, very hyped for that. And, of course, Clayface. Clayface is like the most out-there film that the DC universe could actually announce and make. The film is already done. It's ready to go. All we need now is just a trailer. Could be like Joker, the first one, not the second one. So it could be that. You never know. Look how Joker came out. Joker came out. We were all like, a Joker movie? And look what happened. That movie made a billion. We don't talk about 2 because of what happened. They screw Lady Gaga, but that's a whole different universe in my conversation period. But anyway, so that's number 7. Now this one was kind of hard for me to announce, to write down, but I have a feeling that it's going to happen. And that's Blade is finally, I'm talking like Rock will say, finally. Blade is going to get announced with a new director. And unfortunately, with a little bad news, I think Mahershala Ali is going to be out as Blade. Now, I don't really know that for a fact. I'm just saying, listen, guys, this movie should have came out like 5 years ago, okay? When they announced him as Blade, we were all pumped. That was the same year Natalie Portman came back as Mighty Thor. Natalie Portman filmed Thor, came out in theaters, did his theatrical run. It's on Disney Plus. I actually own a copy of it, and yet Blade's still not here. Wrap that around your mind for a little bit, okay? So, and I love Mahershala Ali. He's a fantastic actor, but the dude's not getting any younger. So, I don't know what the hell Marvel's doing. So, hopefully we'll get some kind of update with this. There's a rumor going on. They're trying to get Jordan Peele to do a Marvel project. Maybe it's Blade. Maybe it's not. Who knows? So, that's number 6. And at number 5, and I know there's rumors right now that they could drop the trailer at Super Bowl. But I don't think so. A little too early. I think they're going to drop the Doomsday trailer at CinemaCon. Now, you probably wonder, what the heck is CinemaCon? Well, CinemaCon is kind of like Comic-Con, but it's for the movie theaters. It's for the studios to come bring their movies to AMC, to Regal, to show what they got coming out this year, and why would the movie theaters want those movies playing in their theaters? The owners of those movie theaters. And I think they always show, sometimes they show full-length movies there, sometimes they show trailers there, the announcements there. So I think Doomsday's full trailer will drop at CinemaCon. Now, it also could be at Comic-Con too, but I'm just saying, CinemaCon. I feel like Comic-Con will be a trailer too, full trailer, but we'll see, because it will be at the halfway mark at that point for Doomsday anyway, so it kind of makes sense. I feel like if you drop it in February, as much as we're excited for it, it kind of will disappear a little bit. So we'll see. Especially if Marvel gives us television stuff and it ends up being bad. Yeah, then we'll be like, are we worried about Doomsday again? We don't want that. We want a good trailer, so we'll see. So that's number 5. At number 4, another casting announcement that I think will happen because a certain movie comes out next year, and that's Wonder Woman. Now, apparently, Wonder Woman will be a part of Man of Tomorrow, which is the sequel to Superman, so who knows? But if that's true, you got to give us a casting of Wonder Woman. Who the heck is playing the new DC Wonder Woman? And I love Gal Gadot. She was great, but we got to get somebody fresh in there to play Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman is one of the most important not only female characters in fiction, but she's also one of the most important characters in all DC. So we need Wonder Woman. So whoever's going to play Wonder Woman, I feel like they're going to announce it this year. James Gunn will probably tweet it out or something, or Comic-Con or whatever. So there's that. That'll be number 4. At number 3, I have Dune 3, the movie Dune, number 3, which comes out this year, will make $1 billion. Now, the last one, I think, made 7-something million overall. I think it's going to get pushed to be $1 billion film. And I'll tell you why when I get to number 1. I'll continue explaining that one a little bit more. So there's that. So I think it's gonna be a great film. I think Timothée Chalamet is a fantastic actor. You got Zendaya in this as well. So yeah, I think Dune will make $1 billion. I was going to put The Odyssey in here. I already know The Odyssey is going to make $1 billion. I think that movie's going to make $1 billion. I don't even have to put it in my predictions thing. This is just things I feel like has a good chance to being really huge this year. So, but we already talked about The Odyssey and how huge that thing's going to be. But anyway, at number 2, excuse me, we're going to get Chairwatch 2 Secret Wars. Now, what the heck is Chairwatch? Well, if you guys remember when they announced the Doomsday cast for Avengers Doomsday, it was just chairs. 5 minutes later, another chair. 5 minutes later, another chair of every actor who was in the movie. yeah, this time around, we're going to get it for Secret Wars. And I think the first person they're going to announce, obviously besides Robert Downey Jr., he'll be back as Doom. I have no doubt that he will be a part of it. I think it's going to be Elizabeth Olsen. I think Elizabeth Olsen will be the first person you announce that she'll be. And I know Tom Holland will be in there, Spider-Man. We know that. Bruce Banner will be back as Hulk. We get that because I already know the cast who weren't announced in this in Doomsday are gonna be in Doomsday with Ryan Reynolds and maybe Hugh Jackman. I think other actors are gonna be back. Probably the original Fantastic Four cast from the original movies, the Chris Evans versions. Maybe Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider pops up and says hi. Who knows? Hell, they might even bring in Edward Norton as Hulk showing up in this. That would be crazy. Because technically he was Hulk first, so you never know. So yeah, there's that. So that would be the huge thing that Marvel will do. Secret Wars announcement, share watch, or whatever the hell they're gonna do it. Just announce every actor who's gonna be in it, and maybe the couple surprises that we already know about. But yeah. And at number one, and this is a huge one. I have at number one being the biggest thing in 2026, and that's Doomsday being the number one, beating Avatar for the number one box office movie of all time. Now, Avatar right now currently has the record of $2.925 billion. Probably around that 2.9 million, whatever. It's around there. A little extra money, but still. I think Doomsday breaks that record. I think we're looking at 3 billion. You must be like, are you crazy? Yeah, I think if Marvel really wants us to believe that Marvel is back at full power again, they're gonna do everything they can to make Doomsday the greatest Marvel film in the history of Marvel. Okay, and just forget about Secret Wars for a minute. Doomsday is not only the most important thing that Marvel has going, because they need to make sure this movie hits a home run. They get the home run. It needs to hit a grand slam. Okay, it needs to hit it. And I think as much as success to Avatar is, and it's huge, and I always appreciate that movie, the first one. I'm not a big fan of the first one as much as the last two, but still like it. The achievement that movie made, never be touched, never be duplicated again like that. Until Doomsday comes, and then Doomsday would be the number one. But 3 billion, it's a stretch. I'm just saying, there's a possibility that could actually happen. And that's also considering the fact that we have Doomsday at the same time, because Avengers Doomsday is coming out the same day as Dune 3, and the two of them are probably going to chop each other's box office, opening weekend and weekend 2, plus the long legs, depending on what's coming out in January of 2027. So there is that possibility. But who knows? I'm just taking guesses here, just things in my head to see what could happen in 2026. Hopefully everybody has a great year. But yeah. So at number 10, I have Star Wars episodes 10, 11, 12 being announced. Number 9, Batman being cast. At number 8, Grand Theft Auto being the biggest video game ever of all time. 7, DC itself having a great year with all this content, movies and TV. Number 6, Blade will be announced with a new director, with a director, And sad note for it, I feel like Mahershala Ali will be recast. Even though I don't want to, but I don't want that to happen. At number 5, the full Doomsday trailer will drop at CinemaCon. And at number 4, I have Wonder Woman also being cast as well this year. At number 3, I have Dune Part 3 making $1 billion. Number 2, Avengers Secret Wars chair watch with all the cast being announced, minus the spoiler people, the cameos, which is going to probably be a whole bunch. And at number 1, Doomsday beating the record of Avengers Doomsday at $2.9 billion for $3 billion. That's going to happen. Will it? Who knows? We have to wait and see. But that's just my thoughts. What do you guys think is going to happen in 2026 when it comes to all these stuff? Do you think any of it's going to happen? You think anything else that I missed? Whatever it is, leave me a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much. And have a good day.